See, this is why it's important for us to get people in positions to manage things, get stuff like this handled, right? An entire police department pretty much has resigned in North Carolina. I'm actually going to play the video, but this is why I always said it is very important to actually use our power to get into positions to make this system have to be broke down. So here's the video. I'm going to tap back in right after. Check it out.
It's known as Friendly Kenly, a quaint town of around 2,000 residents where everybody who strolls down these streets knows your name and
where everybody knows your business.
That business, a sudden mass exodus of the entire police force, including the chief and two of the town employees.
What's going on here that we don't know about?
Chief Josh Gibson, at the helm of the force for 2 decades, one of 7 putting in a resignation letter. Gibson alluding to a hostile work environment since town manager Justine Jones was hired last month. WRAL has obtained the resignation letters from Chief Gibson, many of his officers, Sharon Evans, town clerk, and Christy Thomas, utility clerk, all put in yesterday. Utility clerk Christy Thomas writes, "Due to the current situations and stress, I will not let myself be around that kind of atmosphere." Chief Josh Gibson says, due to a hostile work environment now present in the town of Kenly, I do not believe progress is possible. We asked Justine Johnson about the letters today and said she couldn't talk as it's a personnel matter. WRAL has learned Jones sued her previous employer, Richland County, South Carolina, for gender and racial discrimination after she was terminated in 2015. She alleges hostile treatment by county leaders and retaliation for reporting bad behavior. The lawsuit case was voluntarily dismissed. Just 3 part-time officers now patrolling these streets is of great concern to longtime residents and business owners.
It's very scary to think that that is a significant amount of security for a small town.
And there you have it. Justine Jones is the newly minted town manager that has caused an entire police department in Kenly, North Carolina, to resign. They're saying it's a hostile work environment. This is a small town of 2,000 to 3,000 people. Just to be real with you, there has been residents that have came out and it's very specific. We know what's going on, man. They don't want anybody black to lead them, especially when you have a black woman. People in the city have stated that there's always high racial tension, always harassing black people, making it racial. So of course, if they are not able to do what they want to do, then there's going to be some issues with it. And the reason is they're saying because Miss Jones has actually sued Virginia and sued South Carolina. And so she has done that because when she's working in these towns, predominantly white, they're providing her with bullshit issues to why she's actually losing her job. And so she sued and won in these particular states, in these areas. So now that these people are leaving, that just lets you know of the unjust things that have happened within the county or the city. Because if a black person actually comes in, there shouldn't be a reason why you should want to step away if you've been doing your job the correct way. So now that this small town is down to, I think, like anywhere from 3 to 5 part-time people or full-time people, but majority of them left. But you have to think now, they need to investigate every crime that has been stated that has been committed by black people. Now, some of them we know for a fact that, you know, Pookie and Ray Ray them then did some shit. We get that. But for you to think that it's a hostile work environment just because this woman has, one, been stated as your manager, but then also because she had previous issues dating back to 2015 with other states and cities and towns that has nothing to do with you. So that lets you know that the status of resignation is based off of just merely her color and her gender. And that's just real. Because all the officers who resigned were white. Let's just keep it a beam, man. And it's another situation that's going on, like the police officer down in Mississippi. They said that he had a justified killing of he didn't say black man. I shot that nigga 119 times. He's killed 13 people since he's been on the force. He's been fired now. But like, come on, dog. Like all this shit that's going on. But you can't even get mad. I've started to now just realize that everybody's not your enemy, but you have to study the enemy very, very close. And I'm not mad at them. I'm just thinking of this. And shout out to Hollywood Unlocked as well with the post. But I'm just thinking of it like this. Study your enemy, understand what they do. Instead of complaining, step away from the situation. So if these people were able to get up and just resign based off of something that they merely did not did not care for, that's exactly how we need to move. Don't complain, stand in unison, move around regardless if we are standing in the righteous way, if we on bullshit or not. Don't get mad at these people. You feel what I'm saying? If there's something that's just going on that you don't agree with, resign, move around, boycott, show your numbers, because that's exactly what they did. I got to respect them for being who they are, the country club, Cowboys. And I got to respect the sister for coming in and cleaning it up, because you never know what you could have prevented. So whoever that's in the area, that's a brother or sister that's really for our black plight, melanated plight, indigenous people, whatever, salute to y'all. I need y'all to go and fill those positions in that city. So turn that city that was once predominantly white ran and harassing black people. Now y'all fill those positions. Go and apply. Pass the physical. Get in. Make them feel uncomfortable. That's how you work. That's how you work the system from within the system. You know what I'm saying? It's the spook to set by the door. So shout out to her. I hope she continues to maintain her stance, and I hope she stays safe, because that's a dangerous place out there in the Carolinas, because they play a little different out there. So let me know your comments in regards to what's going on, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new. As always, man, long live CC. I'm out.